we begin plus the Black Galaxies. That be the local national team. These days they say they don't like the name Black Stars B or local Black Stars, so they give them new name. They baptize them when they give them new name. They and Benin play the first leg of them first round qualifier for the 2023 CHAN tournament. That tournament will be Algeria. They go play for early next year, where they take on Benin for the Cape Coast Stadium last weekend. So they win 3-0. Make we see how the highlights day. Then I will get Achu in thoughts on that particular. Achu, your thoughts on the game, because before last week we discussed the team, we see the squad, we talk about tactics. Yeah. Your views on that performance, they live up to expectation, or if you say the 3 there, be cool squad a day for add more 5, 6, 10, whatever. But your opinions on that game?
I think it'll be cool. Given the circumstance, we appreciate what the team put out. If you look at the dynamics of this, be like the first competitive game with this team they put together, and if you look at the chemistry with the exhibits, how then understand them our roles, step in for teammates, who they move out of positions, how then they react to the situations in game. Those be the things we are to look out for, because at this stage, you no go fit expect say the boys go play with a certain chemistry like team weight and day together, then they play so many games for over a long stretch of time. But one of the things, or one of the indicators say to be excited about what the coaches they do be how then they react when the opponent get the ball, how then they react if they make mistake, how then they react to refereeing decisions, and generally the individual output for the pitch top. And that be something it make our excite power, because the performance where we see from some of the players at a point not a shake small, but it be normal. So somebody like Augustin Randolph from Bechem United, Karela, in first season not really go well. Last season be the one season where if it really stay fit way, if he ball way make we see say Charlie, the money then spend on him, no Charlie, it be worth them. So moving on from that success into national team, the dynamics differ, because this been first time in any national team assignments where they get the platform, go there, go play. So the jitters, the nerves, it be normal. That be why I think for the opening 20 minutes or so now, it no really shed out the seat up. For someone like Ibrahim Moro, he they play national team since 2019, right? So for about 3 years now, he they play the under-20, he play the local Black Stars before we change the name. He get even some games for the Black Stars. I think Ghana Sao Tome, Siki Akuna for the Accra Sports Stadium, the time Siki be Black Stars coach. Imoro, he played the left-back giveaway. I think that be the game where, sake of COVID, we know if you fly Gideon Mensah and then Barbara Man come. He step in, he do a decent job. And the experience he gathered over the years, he show. Because there were times where he lose some duels, but it never really affect him. He just go about your normal duty, recover in composure, and then went on to do an excellent job for the left-back position there. If you look through the midfield, you understand why for certain coaches, even if some players know they form, they go love to have them for the team inside. The job our coach do for the midfield, it be exactly what everybody expects. If something go wrong, it be the guy they tell them, say, calm down, this I see something before. It no be any big deal, it just be the normal ball. Where beyond edging and carrying his teammates along, in terms of when he get the ball, if for sure say he be the leader of the team, he show that goal. And the goal he score, I mean, that third goal it be everything about our coach. He gets supreme confidence in his own ability, that even in the vital area where you have the least amount of time. I mean, if you do the start, you go realize say in the 2 penalty areas, players have the least amount of time in any football match to make a decision or to do whatever they want with the ball. But those be the areas where the best of players, they show you say them be boss, them go relax, you go feel pressed down, you go feel push, snatch, no matter what. Because they know say once they position them body well, once the ball control be good, once they be patient, the least that will happen, or the worst that will happen, we say you go foul them. You see that thing? And it taking time. The awareness of the ball to realize and even to anticipate, say, Charlie, the sequence of play, no, the ball will end up for where are they. So make her not move too far away from goal. It be something we really impress with. I mean, for younger players where they move into the team, you go see, say, an example be Suraj Seidu. Even though he played really well, there were times where he gets too excited and too ahead of himself, where he don't taking time, make the play develop, get closer to him. Because otherwise you go straight into offside position, or you then make a move where defender read him, they chase you already. So you just the expend or you just the waste energy if you do that kind of thing. But in that sequence, our coach show Suraj, and the other players watch them for learn for the team. And I also like the fact that what's his name, the former Kotoko guy, Omar Bashiru, fantastic playmaker. And what people don't know, he not be fit. So Bashiru get malaria like a month before the game. He go take medical reports. The management ask him to make he stay away for a while, treat himself, then come back. So he not train with the team for some weeks until at the last minute, where some of them say forget say we ask him to make it. So then call him at the last minute to come back. I mean, for players like Omar Bashiru, the quality day, he just needs the fitness to step onto the pitch, and he get the smartness to be able to interpret or make sense of what the coach they tell him. So say, even if he no go through all the drills for all of the weeks they wait and stay to,
once you give him the instructions,
just tell him what he for go do. And you see, this be where we for take one of mind back to education. Bashir will be product of the Wafa Academy.
Yeah.
Now, if you go through the players where Omar Bashir graduates plus, then my debut season for the league inside, then Ashimiru Majid, Mohamed Al-Hassan, captain of Hearts of Oak, then what's his name, Gideon Waja, Kennedy Boateng, that famous 2015
that squad, and that squad be very good.
Crazy squad. So for players who then get that education from Wafa, situations like this, they face them, then be ballers, where then get the education to back the natural talent. So for them, at any point in time, they just need clarity with the instruction. Just make you see, say, this be your job. Then we'll take them. I mean, they may not be able to do it 100% as somebody where he go through the training sessions for the entire week, start the team be together. But once it be clarity, then go do the job giveaway. And that's what we see from a halfway to Mabashir. I just hope say then go ease them in the course of this week before the game on Sunday, because technically still not be fit. But it just be say we realize in the quality day we go need that quality. We go here. So as it happened like that before bringing out. And I'll be very happy with the way the team handled themselves on the pitch. The second goal with the ref no take, it go discourage a lot of players. And it be something we for pay attention to, because they make sense. The ref whistle, the nearest player, Suraj, then Banier, were never even anywhere within a wave of offside. But the ref whistle for goal, then he changed his mind after the protest. So you wonder, because it not be the assistants too. It be after the protest from the Beninois players. So it confused me as to whether they then see the action better than the ref, or because for a referee, your judgment, it be what you see,
or what your assistant
go tell you. See, your experience, or what your assistants go tell. Yeah. So if it not be any of these, where it be the opponents, where they protest, where it be them a word, if you convince you, say, if you change your decision, then that one there will be slow. But then really try. From the technical team, the boys themselves, and particularly Prosper Nategun, for all of the things where they go on around, he's been able to take himself out of that situation. And this be an important win for the Bismarck compliments of the Karela guy,
coach,
and then Anoka himself.
Okay, make we go the line talk. Make we catch also Bempa Ayala, but the boys they call him Ayala. It Kumasi Financial FM. Ayala, if you hear me, good afternoon. Welcome to Citi TV.
Good afternoon, Nathan. How are you?
Chaya Adeku, everything nice. So I say you what Orlando Pirates jersey you they rock him like that.
Yeah. Yeah. You come preparing jersey.
Come preparing jersey. If so, Charlie. Thank you for joining us. I beg your impressions of the Black Galaxies. They beat Benin 3-0 for the Chan qualifier first leg last weekend. This weekend be the second leg. Of course, they for keep the scoreline or improve them, so say they go meet Nigeria. But your impressions from what you watched last week, what be your high points, possibly low points from that performance?
Okay, thank you. Let me start with the low points. Now, you see, it is Benin, for God's sake. It's not any flamboyant country that Ghana should fear. So I'm not going to put a lot of concentration on how well we defended against them. No, Benin can't do anything meaningful against Ghana if you are well prepared and you know what is at stake. And so we had a very, very good defensive balance. We did a very, very good job defensively in the game. Now, my only problem was, if you realize the first 15, 20 minutes, we were ballooning the ball into the final third. And I was asking myself, we are only having Barnier, Suraj, and Ivan Sosai as our strikers. Why do you balloon the ball? These guys are not top players. They can't win any area duels. So why is Anna Walker standing there and not giving the instructions to put the ball on the ground? Probably it's the normal situation of we are not settled yet. And so we can't find our midfielders to control the game and then find our forwards in a very, very good space so that we can build on the ground where we are very, very good as Ghanaians when it comes to our football. So we settled into the game. Then we started finding the likes of Ivan Success, Raj, and Bani into spaces with their intelligent movement. Then we came into the game. Now, Nita, it doesn't normally happen that a Ghanaian team plays football and score 3 goals, and 2 of them are from set pieces. We scored from a penalty, we scored from a corner kick. Then we score an only open play goal with our 3rd goal with Glass Nawako. And that should tell you how well the day went for us as a team. I think I agree with Tachu. It was a very, very good exercise. We dominated the game individually and personally. The players came out, those who are supposed to dominate the ball, dominate with their personality. We saw all that. The substitutions from Anna Walker and his bench was also spot on. Everyone did his job very, very well. And at the end of the day, everyone was happy for what we are able to do. I think the reverse fixture will be just mere formality. Our biggest opponent will be the next round against Nigeria, and that is where we must have our sights. But I think so far, they've done a very, very good job.
All right, Ayala, thank you. Just hold on for me. We'll come back. We'll talk Kosoko, but just hold on. Make I take concluding thoughts from Achu on this. Actually, Ayala, they make some points at the start of the game. Then you make that point. Then you know really settle the boys. They
the first 20 minutes.
Then they play the ball, put some place. The boys, they go play in Benin. This be experience probably, if you take this thing put together, I'm not sure say they ever experience playing on the road. Maybe Barnier play CAF Champions League 1 or 2 games. Collectively as a unit, they never tried this before. What will be the biggest problem as they go into that second leg? You have 3-goal lead, and you know say sometimes some of these West African teams at home, they go be very tricky. What make they do? So say they go fit handle that second leg easy and then prep for the big one against Nigeria later.
Look, I always talk say, since I started watch football, I never see Ghanaian team with them be designed, educated to protect a scoreline or to defend. I don't know if you know of any. You know they happen. When our teams no be teams where them build with underdog mentality. Look, even the days where now we get 4 slots on the continent, where 2 they play in the Confederation Cup,
2 they play
then the Cup Winners' Cup those days. Never you go see say Liberty or Olympics or King Faisal or Ashanti Gold or any of them, they play game way, then they defend for 90 minutes. It go happen when the team overwhelm them. But not be say it be them a default tactic. Say this ball we they can't play no. We just can't sit say they can't defend from minute 1 to minute 90. You know they happen. And that be because Ghanaian players in terms of profile, skill sets, then the orientation we give them through them formative years, it be said them for be expressive, them for be dominant on the ball.
They for play.
Them for play. Them for shows that they know the gameplay. And that be the thing. And it be the reason why when they mature, it'd be very difficult to get them to unlearn all of that, then set up to defend. It no go work. And it be the same mentality I always advise on our teams, irrespective of the scoreline, you they take into the reverse fixture. Put your best foot forward. And you see, the Nigerian game, and I will talk the Nigerian game because I expect it will qualify from this. Whatever we go experience in Benin, we are going to experience worse of that for Nigeria. So be important, say, with the test, whatever we feel, say, if we qualify, we go do for Nigeria with this game. Right? What we see in that first 20 minutes where the team looked a bit off color, where you don't really tell what we the one do with the ball, whether with the one hits long balls and all of that. We know if we do that against teams like Nigeria. Because
for them away legs in Nigeria, the first 20 minutes go fit decide
something
the game.
Go fit happen in that time. Anything go fit happen. So it be left to me alone. Make we go to Benin, then play as if we will they chase the game.
But I don't say that be reckless approach because
no, you don't be reckless.
You the lead 3-0.
We get guarantee of better quality than them. We know say when it comes to the natural ability, the individual players we get better quality than them. So if it gets to the point where we hear some match winners to show up, we hear some individual quality, we go fit count on those, right? Barnier end the season in very good form. Where it take that form, enter this. Glasson Awako, similarly. Suraj Seidu, similarly. Mohamed Al-Hassan, the House of Oak boys, they end the season on a strong note with the FA Cup.
The FA Cup.
And then carry that form into this. Imoro Ibrahim, another such player. And you see, the good thing we say, this time, Ugofi decides, say, okay, between the two of them, the public or generally, it be with the belief, say, what be his name? The House of Oak left back. Dennis Kosa, it be more defensively sound than Imoro. So this big game, you go fit through Kosa into this game. Right, just to give you the solidity where you need to protect a lead in that kind of game. So if it be your mindset that you need players where go fit defend and defend well, do that. Me, I don't get problem with that. But if we're not going into this game for crying out like be Benin, if we're not going into this game thinking that
so make we not go do pack the bus. No.
Because look,
the ball make
funny things that feel happen in football. You go feel concede some own goal in the opening 15 minutes. Some penalty happened, then all of a sudden, yes. And you see, the best way when a players always they play be when they get the ball and when then they look at the opponents, determine how the game is for flow.
Okay.
So we for try fix that opening 20 minutes in Benin. Be more expressive.
So the first 20 minutes, they
control the game.
Yeah.
It be important, even if we know the goal, even if we play 0-0 for there, what be important be say we for control the game. Keep the ball better, then starve the opponents of the ball. Because if we get to Nigeria, then go give we pressure.
Okay.
Then Nigeria, if we qualify from here and we meet Nigeria, then go test we.
They go give we.
It won't just be about how well you defend. It will also be about how well you play with the ball and how long you can keep the ball. Okay. Because at home, then go get the momentum of the support behind them. The momentum where supporters they give you, it be something that Nigerians, and you see, when it comes to football support, the Benin one will go do and pass because we get on our own rivalry plus the Nigerians.
Okay, all right.
We get on our own rivalry plus the Nigerians. So it be important say we approach this game.
So if you said that the Benin game, it for be dress rehearsal for the Nigerians.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. We go see how that game go play out.